Hi, I'm Jinsey. This is my first video from my channel Jinsey Blooms Again. You'll be surprised why such a name is selected for my channel. So the main thing is, many years before I had a plan to start a channel to share my ideas and views. So my new ideas now during this lockdown I thought of sharing with you. So today's my ideas I'm sharing about how to behave to your kids. That is one of the main idea many of the parents are lacking, and they are finding these ideas from others to develop in their life. So I thought I have written some points to share with you. This is the experience from my teaching career as well as a parent. So hope you will be understanding what are the problems we are facing from children because of the wrong ideas or the wrong things we are doing with our children. So we'll come to the points. The first one I wrote here, I'll just read one by one, then I'll explain my views about the points. Don't repeat any things to the children and asking them to do. So this is the first point. Sometimes we are forcing children to do some things. If they're not doing on time, keep on repeating and irritating them. So such a way we are creating some negativity on our kids and giving the irritation to follow what parents are telling. So one day if you're doing so, the next day it is giving more irritation, and the third day we are changing them to a way they will never do the things whatever we ask them to do. So this is the wrong things all the parents are doing. So once they are telling we will do, but give us some time later. So give them some time, then check whether they are doing that. So this is the first point. So moving to the second one, always look at their mood before saying something. So nowadays it is very difficult as a parent, as a teacher, whatever we are going to speak, before that we have to think what are the things we are telling. So if you don't have any idea how is their mood, if they're very angry, if they're very happy, depends on the mood we have to convey the things to the kids. Otherwise it will not work with nowadays. The third one is keep the limit always. If you are giving some freedom, always keep the limit. If it is mobile phone, if it is TV, or if it is some games, always keep the limit always. Otherwise it will spoil their future. The fourth one is teach them responsibility. So if we are not teaching this now, before the age of 15 years at least, we are building a person who can spoil the society. So we should build up responsibility in our young children so that they will help our society in future definitely. The next one is give freedom to mingle with society. So if you're giving, just ask them to do some work for the society. If it is small help also, it is very good, because slowly gradually they'll be developing to do more things for our society. We are building our nation through our kids. The next one is don't compare them with other kids, because God has given different capabilities for different kids. So first you just see how is your kid studies, how is your kid in some games, how they are cope up with the curriculum. Just get feedback from counselors, get feedback from teachers, get feedback from their friends or friends' parents. just evaluate how is your kid. Are they able to do all the things properly? Is there any problem they are facing in studies or doing some activities? So there we have to find a solution to solve it instead of blaming them. The next one is just make them to think about their future. When they are free, ask them to think what is their future plan, because they have to build their future from childhood. If they don't have any aim, they don't have any plan what they are going to be, they will not succeed in their life. And next one is teach them the importance of sharing things. So always if they are getting some chance to share things with the neighbors or friends, ask them to do. So later it will help them to survive in the society and to help others. Next one is utilize the situations cleverly, because always we won't be getting positive situations. Sometimes negative situations will be influencing and will be leading to depressions. So just ask them to understand how to survive in positive situations and how to survive in negative situations very cleverly. The next one is develop confidence and teamwork, because if the parents are supporting, if the teachers are supporting, definitely it will help them to get some talents. Confidence level is increasing. So this is also coming from the family first. The next one is don't give over tension. Don't give more strain on your kids. So just ask them to relax. If they're sick, don't ask them to study that day. Next one is spend some time with your kids. Understand their problems. Nowadays the parents are not getting any time to spend with their kids because all are working parents. So just spend some time, find out what are the problems they're facing in the school or outside, or with the drivers with whom they're going to school, or with somebody else. It will help them to share things. The next one is give practice to go and buy something from outside. For example, if you wanted to purchase something, always the parents are thinking like, I only will buy, I won't send my child to buy and all, but give some practice to buy things. So later it is a practice for them to buy things in the future, how to pay money, how to select things, that and all is a good practice while doing so. So these are the main points I'm discussing here. So hope all the parents will be utilizing this session. Keep on watching my videos. Thank you. Bye.